Hello YouTube, and today I'm gonna be making a tutorial for Stronghold Crusader. This is a rather old game, but it's still a good game. So the first thing, this is just getting started. The first thing you want to do is place your granary. In your granary, you're gonna keep all of your food, and you want to place it that's a place that's fairly convenient to your farms. Next thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and get a woodcutter. Wood is what you build almost everything out of. So near the nearest wood, you're going to want to build a woodcutter, and your woodcutters will spawn from. These are all your guys. These are going to be your peasants. This is where you'll get your workforce. To get more of these guys, which is going to be our third step. You have to go to town buildings, and you have to get a hovel. So now you can build hovels. And now, if you see, you'll have to get more food to feed more people, but you'll begin to get more people for your village. And then next step is going to be grabbing a stockpile. So you want to build stockpiles adjacent to your other stockpile, and every time your people will collect natural resources, they'll bring them straight to the stockpile. And the next thing I usually do is I go ahead and place a marketplace. And this is just in case. I usually don't need it, but I place it just in case. And so now your food's going to be getting a little bit low at this point, and so you're going to want to go ahead and place some farms with the wood that you've gotten from your woodcutters. And you just get 5 or 6 farms going. On multiplayer, it's going to be really hard to get your farms going, so you might want to send soldiers out like with your farms. But now now that we've got a sustainable society here, but we're not making any money, and that's our issue. There's many ways to make money, but one of the easiest ways is to go to your marketplace, and then you can go ahead and we're on peaceful, so you can sell all your stone, and you can start selling your wood. But then you're gonna want to, for multiplayer, for castles, you're gonna want to go ahead and place a quarry. Now, quarries themselves, sure, they'll start collecting stone, but you're going to need a way to transport that stone. And the way you transport that stone is by putting an ox tether down. And as soon as I get a little bit more wood, I will do that. So the woodworkers are working, and this is a good time to talk about resources. So around the map, you'll see dark reddish brown areas. That's going to be iron, and you'll see whitish areas, and that's going to be stone. And also, in marshes, sometimes you'll see bubbles coming up, and that will be oil. And you can mine that get that for a good amount of money. But right now, there's no reason to actually build a castle, so I'm just building quarries for the sake of being able to sell stone for money. So now, once you build the ox tethers, you'll recruit more workers, and they'll go ahead and get stone that the stone excavators are getting, and they'll put them on the ox tethers, and then the oxes will be able to carry a whole bunch more materials at once. And so now you've pretty much got a set up a stable economy going. This will last you for a very long time in this game. And so now we can start to talk about making money. So you can go to the marketplace and you can sell tons of resources. And then in this game you don't even have to have farms. If you are playing in the desert or something, you can just sell all your natural resources. And sure, it'll be less of a sustainable environment, but you'll still be able to make a lot of money and keep your food stocks up. And so now I'll show you some other types of food making. So if you go to the farm buildings, you can actually make hunter's posts, and there will be deer running around. And you got to make sure not to make too many hunter's posts, because you will overhunt the deer, and as soon as the last deer is shot, they will not reproduce anymore, and you'll be out of that food type. But they collect one deer at a time, and they'll go and butcher it, and then they'll bring it to your granary. And I believe it has 3 or 4 units of food. And then there's the cheese system, so we can delete a couple of these apple farms, and we can go ahead and make dairy farms. And once I get more into the military system, I'll tell you more about the wonders of having a dairy farm, because they also grow cows. And if you go ahead and make a tanner, they'll go ahead and kill the cows and make leather armor, which is very nice indeed. Okay, so these guys will be a little bit slower, but they'll make cheese. And the more different types of food you have, the more happy your people will be. But I'll go over popularity in the next episode. Okay, and also, I think wheat might need its own episode. No, we have time. Okay, so now I can delete these, and I'm going to show you the wheat making system. So the bread making system has 3 parts. First, you want to put down your wheat farms. And I'm going to go ahead and sell some of the stone I'm making and buy some more wood, so we'll have wood for this. Okay, and so after you've created the wheat farms, they'll start making stuff. And then my granary stocks are pretty low. I have a big population thus far. So then after you make that, you can go ahead and make some mills. They'll get the wheat that the farmers farm, and they'll go ahead and make it into flour. And so just to kickstart my economy, I'll go ahead and buy some wheat, and I'll buy some flour. And then the last step in the bakery process is you just build a couple of bakeries. And the bakeries, they'll go and get the flour, and then they'll go ahead and make some bread. And just in case I don't, just in the fact that I don't want to run out of food, I'm going to go ahead and sell some more of this wood. And then I'll sell the stone as soon as it gets there. And then I'm going to go buy some more food. So I'll kickstart my bread supplies. And so that's basically how a majority of the basics in this game work. On Peaceful, you created something that will sustain itself very well. You want to make a decent amount of wheat farms. You only want to have 2 or 3 grain or flour maker things. I forgot what these are called. Mills. You want to only have 2 or 3 mills, and you can have tons of bakeries. Like in multiplayer, I usually have like lines and lines of bakeries, and I just have a lot of food. And I get to the point where I can actually sell bread. But yeah, farming, it's super easy. It's super easy to make a peaceful society. And so, additionally, and then I'll get more into this in the I'll just finish out farming for now. Last thing you can farm is hops, and hops are used to make beer, and beer will make people a lot happier. But that'll be for the next episode in popularity. Okay, so what else is there to go over? Oh yeah, iron. So to make an iron mine, you just make it, and you can't really use ox tethers for the iron mines, so they're going to be a lot slower. But you can use iron to either sell in a peaceful economy, or you can go ahead and use them to make armor and weapons, which I'll go over in a military episode. And I'll go over a castle building episode too. But for now, this is what we have. So we can go ahead and make some more bakeries. And I actually want to start making more hovels, because I'm going to run out of workers very soon. So you can make more hovels, and if you see down here, my population limit went up to 48. I believe it's 5. It might be 5 to 8 per hovel. And as you start building society, you're going to have more hovels, and that'll give you more people. And you never really want to go. You want to have your you want to have just enough hovels to survive. Because the more hovels you have, the more people you have, and the more people you have, the more people you have to feed. And so I can go ahead and build some more wheat farms. For me, wheat is the best way to farm. You can produce tons and tons of food through wheat. And apple orchards aren't that reliable, because apple orchards, if your people don't actually get all the crops in time, they can actually go bad and rotten. So those aren't as efficient. And so let's see, what else is there to go over in this episode? Not too much. I don't know if there's any pitch on this map. It looks like there is, but I don't know if I can access it. Oh, here we go. So once you make a pitch rig, this will be used for castle defenses, and you can also just sell it. In peaceful mode, I pretty much just make it to sell it. And I'll just make some more stone areas, stone quarries, and wood goes really quickly. But yeah, so this is basically the basics to making a sustainable economy. You just sell what you don't need, like the stone, and then you buy what you do need, like you sell iron and stone, then you can buy wood for your buildings, and then you can go ahead and go back and you see now I have a ridiculous amount of. Also, if you click on your granary, you can it happens to be part of the popularity system, but you can make you can have more rations or few rations, and it'll show you the month's supply you have and the amount of food you have, and if you eat more food types, you'll actually get plus to your popularity. And then also, if you want to start making money, you can get a whole bunch of popularity, and then you can put your taxes up. Because every time you put your taxes up, your popularity will lower, but you'll earn more money. So it's just a trade-off. And so, yeah, this has been a tutorial for just sustaining an economy and a society. And this has been Wednesdayful, and I'll see you guys in the next video.